Good morning. Today we will talk about the Northwest Orient case. My team is made of Marias, Ivan, Gustavo, and me, Elizabeth. First, the characters. James Falcon Hudson, Stephen Harry Jr., and Murray Perez. Now the case.
On Thanksgiving Day 1971, a mysterious middle-aged man hijacked the Northwest Orient flight that linked Portland with Seattle. During the flight, after stopping at the Tacoma airport to collect his ransom, he jumped through the clouds with that $200,000 under his arm. For 46 years, no one has been able to discover the identity of the D.B. Cooper, and in the summer of 2016, the FIB finally decided to keep the case closed. However, the list of candidates is very well nourished, and for decades, researchers amateur of all four have tried to find the real culprit, as long as it had not burst in full freefall from the plane, as some theories argue. After 47 years, an exclusive and professional group of investigators had finally reduced the number of suspects to only 3 people.
First suspect. He is a veteran of the Vietnam War called James Falcon Hudson. He is a white man with black eyes and like 30 years old. He has a wife and 2 children named Anna and Lucia. In the day of the robbery, he traveled out of the country without reason and without his family. He said to the government that his only income was of $300 per month. That number can let him travel out of the country unless because in his vacation he spent more than $90,000 going to Las Vegas. This happened 2 months after the robbery.
Second suspect, an old white man with green eyes, 5 feet tall, called Stephen Harry Jr. It is a family man who had worked as an attorney in the frontiers of Seattle for more than 30 years. Before the robbery occurred, he had said that between the 25th of September and the 13th of September, he would be in California visiting his grandchildren. But his neighbors on Seattle confessed to the police that one day before the robbery, he was still in his house. And the day of the robbery, he was absent to his round of bingo with his friends, as if he never abroad that plane. They also said that he was in very serious problems of money, because he owned some bets of a football match and also owed a ridiculous amount of money to the Bank of Seattle.
And we have the last suspect. It's a man called Murray Perez. He is 30 years old and he has been a farmer in Seattle 10 years ago. The police said that the day after the robbery in the plane, his farm was no longer for him. It was at the name of a woman called Sandra Wilson. One of his neighbors, that is also a farmer, confessed that the day of the robbery, he looked like he was in a hurry. He left his house at 7:30. He never left his house at that hour. The neighbor also said that he observed him carrying a bag and 2 suitcases, like trying to escape from something. That's our last suspect.
So, who is the guilty? Is Murray Perez. Why? Because how a farmer can rich so quickly? He needs the money to save his farm, so he has a reason to do this. Thank you for your attention.